Have you or a loved one ever asked yourself the question, you know, I've got a really bad gas mileage vehicle, I want to save money, what if I bought a better gas mileage vehicle and stopped driving my horrible gas mileage vehicle so often? Now, we geniuses at the Hackett and Tackett lab decided that we would actually show you with a whiteboard the math of this predicament. Now, this is really easy math. If it was hard math, I wouldn't be doing it, so keep that in mind. You can do this with your own vehicle. We got our first example here, then I'm going to do another example with more extreme numbers. So, starting off, we've got my vehicle, a 2009 Chevy Tahoe. It's got, it's got a lot of miles on it, so the gas mileage isn't great. But year-round, the average is 15 miles per gallon, rain or shine, 15 year-round, which is not good any way you cut it, but it could be a lot worse. So the average person drives around 14,000 miles per year. I think the average of 2019 was 4,200 something, whatever. We don't care about the specifics. We round numbers here. So that many miles a year at that kind of gas mileage uses about 940 gallons of gas a year. Don't worry about your carbon footprint. We don't care about how much pollution you put in the air. We just care about money, like every true American should. So I'm spending, at $3 a gallon, those prices will change. I'm spending around $2,800 a year on gas, which sucks. It's not good. So you can see why in my mind I think, hey, it makes sense to buy another vehicle. But does it really? Does it? You'll find out. My vehicle of choice here was a 2004 Honda Accord because I like them better than the Honda Civics. I would cut off the exhaust obviously, so I might get a little better gas mileage. I'm kidding, don't do that please. And we found Honda Civics in the price range of, or Honda Accords, I'm sorry, in the price range of $1,500 to $3,000. And you get what you pay for. You could probably find one even cheaper than that if you really look, but it's a Honda, so it'll run forever. Anyway, they get around 30 miles to the gallon on Google. I've never asked a Honda Accord driver what they get because I don't have any friends. And same miles per year, except this time we're only using half as much gas and half the cost. So you're saving $1,400 a year on gas. That sounds real cool, doesn't it? Now, I did take into account insurance here. I didn't take into account maintenance. It's a Honda. What I suggest you do is take all the oil and fluids out and sell them to regain some of your money you spent on the vehicle. It doesn't need any of it. Now, by my guess, comparing it to other vehicles of insurance that me and Master Mechanic have experience on insuring, for basic insurance, it would be around $50 a month for basic, just liability insurance, no full coverage, you hit a deer, you're out of a vehicle, who cares? It's a Honda, it'll run no matter what it hits. So that gets us to about $600 a year for insurance. Now, taking out the insurance from this here number, we get to the grand total of your saving $810 a year. So, let's say you decided to purchase your $1,500 vehicle, your brand old 2004 Honda Accord. You gotta drive that baby for almost 2 years in order to recoup your money and to start saving money on gas actually. Because, you're still in the hole until you actually hit that 2-year number. And this is taking into account you don't even drive this vehicle anymore. Is that realistic? Not really. So let's say you don't drive the Honda Accord as much as you think you're gonna, that the amount of time it'll take to save money just goes up and up and up. So let's check again with the $3,000 Accord. Well, now you're up to 4 years until you're starting to make money. And on average, the ones I like the most are around $2,500, so 3.5 years. Not too bad, but you should really consider if buying another vehicle will actually save you money. Obviously, if you want to take insurance off your other vehicle, that'll help. Other things you can do is drive this in the winter and not be afraid. But me, I want 4-wheel drive in the winter, so I didn't even take that into account. But half the year you're not even using the Accord. So think about it, guys. Let me get you with another example. Alright folks, cleared the whiteboard. We got some more numbers up. This time It's for Master Mechanic, who's sitting just off screen. You can't see him, which is a good thing. He has a 2005 Silverado 2500, the 6.0. We did an exhaust video on it, right? And he's also got a 2009 Impala. Not the one with duals on it, that's long gone. I think we told you guys that, but it's a nice Impala, right? So the Impala he got for $1,200, and it's in mint condition. So I cry myself to sleep every night because of this. I guess 24 miles per gallon on average, whereas a 6.0 gets 10 miles per gallon on average. So there's quite a difference there. Now, he doesn't drive quite as much per year, and then again, I also just use the national average for mine, which I think is pretty close. I drive a lot. He doesn't have to drive quite as much. So we did 5,000 miles a year. Now, with these numbers, it equals out to 208 gallons a year with the Impala, and 500 gallons a year for the 6.0. And I once again used $3 a gallon. That's what it's at right now. I got gas right before this video actually, and it was $2.99 a gallon. So $1,500 a year, $625 a year. Now, since this is such a beautiful Impala, it has full coverage on it, which is $80 a month. $75, $80 a month about. So $960 a year. Now, if we take the fuel savings of $875 and subtract the insurance from it, you could actually save a little bit more money in this particular case if the Impala was not purchased and this money was actually put towards fuel for the 6.0. You'd be saving money each year because then the insurance price would not be a factor. However, there are a lot more reasons than just fuel economy why you would want a second vehicle. I mean, something breaks down or you don't have time to fix something, boom, you're not stuck. You have another vehicle to drive. It's not the end of the world. Or just sometimes for longer trips, it's nice to have a car for obvious reasons. Now, another thing to note is that with how crazy the gas prices have been, you know, last year it was $1 a gallon. It's been $3.50 a gallon this year. It will get higher. You know, it might be $4 a gallon by next year. So if that was the case, even just $3.50 a gallon, the prices would actually shift to saving money. So there's a lot of things to think about here. There are so many reasons why you would want another vehicle, and I encourage you to buy one because the more the merrier in most cases. However, in terms of fuel and saving money with fuel, sometimes it's cheaper to just stick with the bad miles per gallon vehicle. And nothing wrong with that, right, folks? So in a second here, I'm going to put up the formula for how you can check out your own miles per gallon, or let's say you drive a 5 mile per gallon vehicle for some reason and you're looking at getting a Prius. So you can do your own math. I'll set it up for you guys and explain to you how you can do this. Like I said, really easy math. I've got like 3 brain cells, so all 3 of them were used up for this video. You'll be fine. Alright gang, final segment of this video, we got math in quotations and a question mark because it's like really easy math. It can hardly be qualified as math. So what you're going to want to do, get your vehicle 1 and your vehicle 2. Now, I didn't want to write both things out twice because I'm really lazy. So here's what you want to do for both of them. You want to find the average miles per gallon. Next, you want to find out how many miles a year you drive. So be realistic, right? Average, like I said, is 14,000 miles. Most people won't drive that many. Now, after that, you divide the miles per year by the miles per gallon, which lets you get how many gallons of fuel you burn per year. Next, you multiply this number you get by the cost of gas in your area. So let's say you have a diesel vehicle you want to do. It might be a little more expensive. Let's say $3.80 a gallon. You want to multiply this number by that cost to get this number of how much money you're spending on gas per year. Do the same thing for vehicle 1, and then take this number, your worst gas mileage vehicle, or your more expensive one, minus this number, your cheaper one. So once you got that number, that's the amount of money you'd save per year while keeping this vehicle, keeping insurance on it. You know, there's a lot of factors you could add if you really wanted to, but this is just very basic. That's the price you'd save, or the amount of money you'd save by just driving this thing. So, if you want to, add insurance, price of insurance per month, multiply it by 12, there's 12 months in a year, I think, last I checked. And that'll give you your number after insurance of the amount of money you'd save if you stopped driving this thing, but kept it and kept insurance on it, and started driving this thing year round. So, thanks for watching. I hope you learned something. I hope you're not too scared by math like I am. I'm going to run away after this and hopefully never see this whiteboard again. So, thanks for watching.